Well, it's definitely that time of year again. Snow on the ground, wet outside, cold, miserable, and Toyota Corollas with absolutely destroyed seats. It's not a disaster detail. It's not a disgusting clean ever. No. This is just a Toyota Corolla with really, really nasty seats. All right, so here we go. We got some stain removal to do on these seats. A little bit of scuff marks on the door, some scuff marks and dirt down here. Really disgusting seats. That's one of the nastiest ones I've seen. But it's not the worst. Typical water staining over here. Something got spilled down here, not too sure what. Door's a little scuffed up. Driver's seat's pretty nasty. Or look at this. I don't even know what that is. We'll find out in a second. Look down through here. It's not too bad in there. You know, typical wear and tear. So with that, let's do this. Let's make this thing look good again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well. I love that thing. That little shop heater. That's the rigid forced air propane heater. Anyhow, back to it. So far all we've done is we've done the basic touch-up service on this. Vacuum everything, wipe everything down, scrub it. Still gotta touch up the windows. So all that's left now is the windows, the stain removal and shampoo, and then the UV protection. So we're gonna take care of that next. So it's funny because my board says we've done it. We haven't done it though. What? Okay, on my board here, we have our own board. This is top level technology for tracking how we do things, you know. So in essence, everything we need to do on a car we put down here. So then, essentially that's how I keep track of what am I doing on a car. Some people don't need a whiteboard and a checklist, others do. Some people have more sophisticated things, more complicated ways of keeping track. Anyhow, so I'm gonna actually walk you guys through the process of how I take care of these stains. And then it's pretty straightforward, you know. It's not a fancy process, but you know, all right, tilt that seat back a little bit. I want to make note. And what we'll do first is, I prefer to do a shampoo, just a regular shampoo service, to see what comes out. You know, basically, we're gonna focus on that a little bit, probably a little more. Start with the least aggressive method, and I know you've heard it somewhere else. Start with the least aggressive method and work your way up. So for me, we're gonna start off with our Bissell cleaner. We're gonna start off with the all-purpose cleaner from Adams and see how that does. And then if it doesn't work, we'll move up to the homemade 10-to-1 Oxy cleaner. And if that doesn't work, we'll go up to the 4-to-1 Super Clean. And these are the brushes I will be using. Well, no, not that one. That one not to be there. So we have, this is essentially the way it works too. Ooh, that is outside brush. That shouldn't be there either. Haha, there we go. So these two brushes with that brush there, and that brush there. And this is essentially how it works out. And then if I need to, I got my steamer, which looks like I may have a bad gasket around the seal, so I'm gonna turn that off and check. But that's the process. But let me show you. Let me show you real quick here, okay? So for example, I can see down here, this is more of a water spot stain. So this and that there, I really don't think I should need much. So let's get in here. And why am I doing the old-fashioned pump? Don't you have a sprayer? Yeah, I do. But again, I don't want to soak fabric when I don't need to. So let's avoid soaking the fabric when we don't need to, because we're gonna get in here and we're gonna rinse it off anyhow. So let's get in here and we're gonna brush this in nice. So we can already start to see a little bit here coming up. It's not bad. And that might not be a stain, that might actually be a problem with the fabric. We'll see here in a second. Alright, and then that's there. Alright, we'll let that soak for a minute. Let's turn this guy off. Let that cool down. Alright, so what I'm going to do here now is just do a quick rinse off and pull out all the soap, the residue that we've used to clean that stain out. The mix that I'm spraying in right now from the extractor is just pure water. There is no soap, there is no chemicals in it. So all I'm doing is rinsing and extracting the soap that I did put into the seat. So after I'm done doing that, I'll want to wipe it down with a dry microfiber towel to try and help accelerate the drying time. That spot is done. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so the next area I want to try is on the back here. It's another one of those water spots. Doesn't look like it's too bad. Move this seat buckle out of the way and get this guy down here and out of the way. Oh, come on. So my first process here is to begin spraying down my chemical, which is just a 10-to-1 all-purpose cleaner that I use from Adams polishes. And all I'm going to do is just kind of treat the back of the seat where the stain is at, and then treat the area where on the main seat where the stains are at, and then I'll come in and kind of heat it up with the steam. That helps loosen it up, makes it a little easier to agitate with the bristles. You can do this with a microfiber towel wrapped around the tip and the steamer bristle, or you can just kind of spray it in. I prefer to do it this way first before I start agitating it with the brushes. And you'll see that some people will have drill brushes attachments they'll put on their drill, and in some cases I will do that. But for this, I didn't really want to bother breaking the drill out for just the bottom half of the back of the seat. This part here is me noticing that the stain's not coming up, so I bring out a heavier solution, and this is a 10-to-1 all-purpose oxy mixture. So it's OxyClean with a little bit of it's a mixture of degreaser and rubbing alcohol, and then I hit it with the steam, and then I start following up with the extractor. And again, there is no chemical solution in the extractor. It is just straight water, and all I'm doing is soaking up that water that I'm laying down until I notice that it's clear, and then I just go straight on to full extraction and no dilute, no saturation of water. I got the steamer there to kind of help in areas where I might notice it, and you'll see here in a second I actually find a spot where I notice there's still some dirt coming up, and so I use the steamer to loosen it up more and help accelerate that extracting process. Right here is where I'm using the steam again, just to kind of help accelerate that extracting, loosen up the dirt and bring it out faster. Alright, now that I'm done with the back of the seat, I will begin agitating the rest of the seat. And again, you can use a drill brush on these seats. I chose not to. I felt like I wanted to make sure that I was able to see exactly what was coming up as I was going, and I didn't want to cause a huge mess within the car as well. And then there's my steam blurring out my camera. And again, I'm not using any type of chemical in my rinse cycle from the extractor. It is straight water. All I'm doing is spraying it down, sucking up the soap from within, diluting it down, and then I keep doing that until I notice that there is no additional soap residue coming up, and then I just go straight into full-on extracting, no additional water. And occasionally I will use a steamer to kind of help bring up some additional dirt from within. Alright, she's still a little damp, but it's hard to tell. These Corolla seats are a bit of a nightmare, but we're going to post the before and after photo. You can see that there's a couple of darker spots. They're still not completely dry. That one there and that one there. I'm going to have to put some more airflow on it, but we're going to post the before photo on this up in the top right hand corner so you can see and compare this seat before, and that is definitely not coming out. That is part of the fabric being stretched out. All right, now I'm gonna tack on this guy. So we got a bit of a stain up here, a little stain on the headrest, water stains down in here, lots of staining down below, and of course that giant whatever it is. I got some down on the side, and I'm pretty sure if I look in it, yeah, and a little bit, not much there. And then we're gonna take this and look at the side, boom, upside down, but there you go. We're gonna have to get that too, which is no problem. We got it. And ready? In 3, 2, 1. All right, so it's officially 6 hours, 6.5 hours on this car. Yeah, 6.5 hours. Jake started it at 3:30. He got 3 hours in. I started it at 5:30, and I'm 3.5 hours in. So 6.5 hours, and this Toyota Corolla is done. Yeah, it's got a little bit of drying to still do, but it's nice and warm in here. It'll dry overnight. Not too worried about that. But is it the best job I've done yet? To be honest, I don't feel so. I'm tempted to keep going on it, but at the same time, I have to know when to stop. Here, let me turn this camera around. You can see what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is right there, right there, right there, and right over there. Yeah, of course, I'm gonna focus my hand out. Right there are a few stains that I could not get out with the second pass. And typically, if I can't get out with the second pass, I go at it again. So this one's still drying a little bit. I got one stain right there that wouldn't come out, and again this one here. The armrest though, I'm actually quite happy with. I was worried that the coffee stain that sat in the middle there wasn't going to come out, but no, it's good. It's coming out. It's clean. So Jake spent 3.5 hours prepping the car, or pre-cleaning the car, for me to do the stain and shampoo work on it, and then I did the final touch-ups with the windows and the UV protection. Some of you might remember this seat. Man, if you remember, there was a nasty stain right in there, and it's still a little wet, but I did dry it just to make sure there was no more stains. Stains are coming out. It came out. We're just waiting for it to finish drying, and then we have a small little, had a hidden stain in there, so that's still a little too wet. So I will probably spend another 15 minutes just to dry that off before I call it a night. But that is it. That's all. 6 hours and 45 minutes on this ride. And the next customer that needs a courtesy car, you know that you're getting a car that has been very, very detailed and very clean. And here, let me give you guys a sign of what it looks like. How about that? So that is that's the water from just the back seat. You know, that is just the back seat. And of course, yeah. What? Am I going in for a ride? No, just kidding. Anyhow, with that, stay happy, stay safe, stay positive, keep striving for your dreams, and don't let anybody tell you you can't do what you want to do. Alright, peace out.
She's gonna take that, or will you fight back?